President Obama flies to New York's Westchester County later today for a series of weekend fundraisers. The timing has upset some very wealthy and powerful New Yorkers. Michelle Miller is here this morning to show us how the president is clipping their wings. Michelle, good morning.
And clip them he did. Good morning. When Air Force One arrives, the FAA will put the skies over New York City on lockdown. Corporate planes and private charters and their jet-setting passengers will be the hardest hit, just in time for the start of the Labor Day weekend.
This is one of the last flights Whale Force One will make before President Obama arrives. Starting Friday afternoon and lasting all day Saturday, she and other seaplanes will be grounded, yielding the skies to the much bigger Air Force One. For the Wall Street titans who regularly depend on these planes for their weekend getaways, the timing could not have been worse.
Several were very upset about it and extremely inconvenienced. They had plans, several weeks ahead of time to get out to their vacations.
Melissa Tomkiel, president of the private aviation company Fly the Whale, said nearly 80 of her passengers were left holding their bags. The company expects to lose at least $10,000 while New York City airspace is shut down.
Labor Day in particular is important because it's at the end of the busy season of the summer. So it's really our last chance to make as much as we can as a company and keep it in reserve for the slower months that are ahead.
On Fridays, as many as 6 flights an hour take off from this pier on Manhattan's East Side, bound for playgrounds of the rich and famous. A trip to the Hamptons takes just 35 minutes, while flights to Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard, where President Obama vacationed earlier this month, last about an hour. Even without traffic, driving time to the Hamptons can take about 2 hours, and to Nantucket, at least 6.5.
For those going to Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, and Cape Cod, they're going to have to drive. On Labor Day, on a Friday, you're looking at 8 to 9 hours to get to Nantucket from New York.
Not a pretty proposition. Well, seaplane flights from Manhattan to the Hamptons can cost as much as $1,100 round trip. The temporary flight restrictions over New York City will have minimal impact on commercial flights, but because most of those are already sold out, they weren't really an option for the stranded passengers.
There's always a bus.
Yeah, well, he is the
I'm
president.
telling you.
He is the president.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
All right, Michelle, thanks.